Rome is in the process of connecting its cities with a more advanced network of roads, finally, however unclear it may be as to how those connections affect gameplay. Also, we have some upset characters whose opinions we may want to investigate this episode. Hey there, Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Old World in our early access series. We have these workers and these workers kind of leapfrogging as they begin their one turn at a time work on building roads between all the major cities. At first, we started that as a project to connect the cities that are clearly not connected, like Neapolis. But then we realized that roads that are built do seem to add some additional benefit. What that is, we'll find out. But we are going ahead and building that, since all roads do indeed need to lead to Rome. As I mentioned, we also have Queen Consort Hatsunu, who is upset with us. And if we mouse over upset, we can see that I did not help her education, so that modifier is going to last for another 4 years. Rhea Fabia, the scientist, is also rather upset. If I click on her, middle click to hold the tooltip, and then look here, let's middle click again. So it's less clear. I don't remember what she was slighted by, but this is going to last, it seems like, indefinitely. There doesn't appear to be anything counting down that would make this go away. So I may be able to give her something, like give her a position. Right now it says she can't be a tutor, governor, general, or on the council because she's been slighted. But at the same time, perhaps these are early tooltips. Perhaps that's an explanation for why she feels slighted. So maybe if I give her one of those positions, which we can try to do, then that might make things work out a little better. But for now, let's see what we can do with our very last order. And by the way, I think I do have an answer as to what this symbol means. At least one commenter pointed out to me that it is, a free promotion. So when you are able to promote a unit because they have earned enough experience in order to level up without using any training, you can just use this menu without actually taking anything out of your training pool, which is quite nice. I believe I mentioned that a few episodes back, that you do have the XP system leveling up units as you go. You can also train units to kind of move them up to higher levels of skill as soon as you get them built and ready to send out into the field. I think since this is a ranged unit, I want to go with an Eagle Eye. Okay. Yeah, so that logo went away there. And then if we promote you, yeah, that was our last order, actually. So let's choose some production. Beneventum needs, you need a specialist too, don't you? We've been talking about building more specialists, but we also need more settlers. So let's have another settler training here, because we need to make sure that we can take the cities that we are actually, or the city sites that we're actually clearing out at the moment. So let's go ahead and end the year. The Numidians are, I mentioned at the beginning of the last episode that they're on their back foot. They are definitely, okay, Carthage has begun construction of the museum. I don't know that we have any additional wonder opportunities available, but that's something that I should take a look at this episode as well, because I have crap tons of stone, and surely Rome is capable of building more wonders. So I think it's time to go ahead and move on the Numidians. We've got 31 orders, 31. Let's take this a few steps at a time. I'm going to move you here. Okay. Question answered. Interesting. There's a Carthaginian settler right there. That's the one that was on the map earlier. Let's position you here. Position you here. You there. You there. And then get our ranged units in position. Perfect. All right, that's one. That's two. All right, so we'll be able to finish off that unit in short order. Now, I can't finish off this unit this turn, and I may wait. We have some additional units we could technically move if I wanted to. Also, this unit has a free promotion available. Let's see. Horsebane. Yes, absolutely. You could use that at the moment. Do you also have a free promotion? No, this would consume training. So the training system works basically, the closer you are to an actual free promotion, the less training cost you use. Figured that out at long last. I appreciate the feedback that led to that realization. So let's go for Brave here. Yeah, Horsebane there, and then another Eagle Eye if we can. Oh, we can't here. All right, well, in that case, let's make them have a little bit more defense, shall we? And we only have 5 orders left, so I'm probably not going to use those there. Let's go ahead. Do we already have a road here? We do. I want you to build a road there. And then there. Now, we could technically buy more orders right now, if I wanted to. I could buy them with training. Apparently, I need coin debasement in order to buy them with gold, money, coins, whatever you want to call that particular currency. That's good to know. So, we have 51 lumber now. It's nice to see that we are finally doing better in that regard. I think I'll probably build a lumber mill here. It might be worthwhile to go ahead and just do that. I know we also need roads, but there's already a road on this location, I think. Yep. Let's go ahead and get a lumber mill put up, because we desperately need more. Been behind on that for the entire series thus far. And then it seems as though Gades, okay, they're done with their miner. So we just got this specialist built, and now we can continue to build useful units. Let's see. Walls might not be the worst thing, given that there are barbarians up there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some walls going. Choose research. Interesting, we now have 5 choices. I believe this is because we have built the Oracle. This gives us an additional choice. So we currently have the pyramids and the Oracle as wonders. And I do want to take a look at what else I might be able to build in terms of wonders. We'll do that next turn. I like the idea that this leads to aqueducts. That makes me happy. Although we do need rhetoric. Rhetoric is one that we've been behind on, just to give you a little bit of review as to why. All the way down here is a tech that, I mean, when you look at our progress across the tree on the top half, the bottom half, ironically, the one that we haven't talked about as much, because we've been in the middle of this war with Numidia, which we'll get to this one soon, but we haven't yet researched that. So let's go ahead and knock that out. See, it's going to be done that quickly. It's really not going to take that long. So let me... Ooh, interesting. There are new menus to show... I like this. All the different types of improvements and their costs, even if you can't build them on a particular tile. Oh, that's wonderful. I like that a lot. Okay, so we can build... We can build the Colossus. We can build the Acropolis. We could build the Mausoleum. We could build the Lighthouse. I like the idea of building the Lighthouse in Rome. That thought just makes me happy. We may well do that. All right, paid function. What do we have here? The citizens of Aratium trust in our justice and leadership. As a result, city leaders wish to strengthen the legal system and encourage more people to participate in the judicial process. They are considering the formation of a misthoforia, a paid function that provides jurors with a salary. Such a position would be costly, but it would make Aratium's courts second to none. Establish the misthoforia in Aratium, or require mandatory jury service, or stay with Aratium's legal system, which would give us more orders immediately. And additional experience for the king. Yeah, let's establish the Misthoforia. That seems like an interesting culture event. So that happened because Aratium has leveled up in its culture. So it is now developing, which is quite nice. Returning emissary. The Scythians' emissary returns to court. He informs you that the Scythians have decided to Misunderstand their swords through our hearts. All right, so the king is not eloquent. So the Scythians are now at war with us again. Now, the Scythians, if you need a reminder of where they are, apparently I need a reminder of where they are because I don't even freaking remember. I think the Scythians are over here. First place we saw the Scythians was up in this direction. Carthage appears to be dealing with these barbarians, which means they might be trying to settle up there. But I would love to end Carthage next. We're not at war with anyone else at the moment. We're at war with the tribes. We are not at war with any nations. Once we have finished taking these sites, I mentioned at the end of the last episode, maybe I want to take these cities too. That might be a little bit greedy of me. I kind of want to take Carthage next, just to end this and to bring that into my territory. But for now, let's go ahead and end the year. Anger erupts. The Carthaginians, who have been angry with us for some time, hey, I've sent an emissary with a declaration of war with Carthage. So, speaking of that, looks like we have just had our hands forced. That is some seriously serendipitous timing. So, we can commission new infantry units and rally the nation to defend against this threat, which would give us a warrior in Rome at the cost of 600 gold, and a maceman and a spearman. Wow. We could deploy new ranged troops and get 2 archers and a slinger. Ooh, I like that a lot. Or we can gain 2 chariots. Our cavalry will outmaneuver the enemy and take the battle to them. An inspiring speech should be enough for our veteran troops. Let's go ahead and deploy new ranged troops. We gain a slinger and 2 archers in Roma. That's freaking cool. So now that Carthage is declared on us, we can totally take out this settler, which I'm totally going to do. Let's see. I think the best way to do this would be, yes, there is a promotion available for this unit. I'm going to ignore it for now. All right, so that settler is gone. Awesome. All right, so General Spurius the Younger, he already has Steadfast. We can give him Brave. Yeah, let's give him Discipline. Our troops discover a series of burial mounds outside the conquered Numidians' camp. The contents are lavish and richly ornamented. Many in the ranks wish to loot the ancient site, but some worry that such action would bring about dark omens. Loot everything, leave no stone unturned, or we must not incur the wrath of the spirits. I mean, the Numidians already kind of hate me, so let's just loot everything. Let's just loot everything. All right, now, we do want to claim this city site, so I don't know that I want to move these troops too quickly. But at the same time, there are some that can afford to go ahead and head back and heal, and I would like to do that where possible. So these units are probably going to get wrecked up here. Splendid timing this is. Tell you what, let's go ahead and build a road here. And Gades is now connected, yes? Excellent. Gades is now connected. I don't know what that does. We'll find out. One thing we can do, hang on, let's go to the help screen. There's nothing about roads yet. What about trade? No, nothing in trade. Travel? Nope. All right, nothing in the help system yet about the roads. So the roads might not have a gameplay function yet. They are showing the connection system is in place. And again, we can talk about it in the comment section. Maybe I've already overlooked some comments to this effect. But, all right, so the main thing that I would like to do is we need to move these units. Hey, look, we have archers. We need to move them far and wide. All right. So they're almost to Gades. We're actually in a very good position to go ahead and just take Carthage, which makes me happy. Probably happier than it should make me, but it makes me happy. Now, I think I'm going to leave some of these units here. As much as I would like to have everyone on the front with Carthage. Okay, now we're out of orders. That's fine. I know that we're still at war with the Numidians. I could technically, I mean, they're furious with me right now, so I'm probably not going to be able to make peace with them. So I just want to have a somewhat strong defensive front set up here so that I have units in place that could defeat whatever they might throw at me. I'm not playing a particularly high difficulty. Okay, so an apprentice acolyte has been completed. All right, so now we have this additional culture and science per year. Interesting. So now we can say that we have a master acolyte if we wanted to train them up further. That's really cool. I like that a lot. But I think we can also build a bireme finally in Rome, which is nice. I do definitely want to put some boats on the water. The boats, by the way, I did play a little bit offline. The boats, this was days ago, but the boats don't have actual models yet. Or they might, maybe in the new patch, but in the version that I played, they're still sprites, like some of the other units that we've seen. I believe the Hastati are still sprites as well, which is fine. They'll be added soon. But yeah, part of me also, like, I just want to... I like the idea of building up the forum in Rome. I haven't done too much of this. Also a settler. Yeah, let's go for the settler. We really do need to have settlers ready so that we can take these city sites that we're clearing out. I know I have settlers going in a few cities already, but I want to have some ready to go. Let's build walls in Ostia. Might even need walls here. Wouldn't be the worst thing. Let's build a forum there, though, and then choose research. Nice. So we can research the composite bow now that we have finished our research into rhetoric, and I definitely want to do that because we can upgrade our slingers to archers. So we have some advanced slingers already that would be even better as archers for sure. Epics or exploration? Ooh, new law. The court has opened debate on the topic of natural or cultural enrichment, and we are of two minds on the matter. We can invest in national epics, or we can rely on exploration to bring us new experiences. So let us share our own ideas, and epics would gain additional culture per unit killed. The world has many tales to tell, so there would be a movement bonus along rivers. Scouts can move on water. I like the idea of getting culture per unit killed. Let us share our own stories. Please and thanks. All right. Interesting. Okay, so slingers have arrived to harass my worker unit there. Oh man, this worker might die. I think I might have just lost a ranged unit there. Not sure which unit I lost, but we'll find out. The Scythians are coming down as well. So this is a fairly strong advance by Carthage, but we're going to hit them back hard. You are now known as the Noble. Nice. So we have 35 orders to spend. Let's go ahead and start hitting these guys back. We have this general in place here. Ooh, unfortunately we can't quite kill this guy off with this unit, but let me go ahead and move... Well, you're working on that lumber mill, aren't you? Yeah, this is frustrating. Let's see. Yeah, let's move this archer there. And we finished off that unit. Good. And then this archer needs to come... Let's see what would be the best position. Tell you what, let's have slingers take the first shot here. I'm going to try not to lose that worker and just let them keep building the lumber mill. Emphasis on try. Let's put the archer here. Nice. Can I attack again? No, I can't. I cannot, alas. Can I potentially train a unit in gates? do I have enough to rush? Hang on, let's look at the rush options. Now, this requires a developing culture. So, does Beneventum have a developing culture yet? Nope, it's weak. Does Antium have a developing culture? It does. So I could potentially train something here and rush it. Like an additional spearman, for instance. Let's go ahead and put this at the front. And then, yeah, this is going to add discontent to this city, which means it will actually reach level 1 discontent. But we could also use a citizen, but we don't have a citizen to do that. Okay. So now that spearman will be done next turn. We still have 18 orders to spend, which is a wonderful thing. What resources here? Silver. Yeah, let's go ahead and build a mine there. Should have already had that going, I dare say. Okay. We're going to get a road built here. We're going to focus on roads for a bit, now that I understand a little bit more about the importance of that. Although part of me is tempted. Yeah, see, the lighthouse requires coastal water. All right, so we are really just short on metal to do this. How much would it cost to buy 100? Ooh, it would cost a lot. How much would it cost to sell? Wait, how much stone do I need? 600? Okay, so if I sold that much. Okay, so next turn I'll have enough to build the lighthouse there. Next turn we'll be building that. All right, so I think a road's already been built here. Yep. You can see in the tooltip in the bottom, road. It's not the clearest indication, but again, so far I'm a fan of the UI in this game. So far. I like the idea of the road being coastal here. And then, is there a road built here already? Is that what this is? Yes, there is. So where would be the best spot? I think we'll put it there. Perfect. And we need to have a road leading down here, so I might as well. Need to keep an eye on stone, because I am spending stone to do this. There's not a road on that tile yet, and I feel like there probably should be. So, okay, 2 orders remaining. Probably need to buy some orders. I like that the cost of this doesn't climb too much. Okay, so now we can hit back against these units that think they're just going to roll up and mess with me. Alright, so that chariot's gone. We still have 2 orders. I can still promote you. Yeah, we don't quite have the lumber to make this unit a spearman, but we could do that if we bought the lumber. How much would we need? Yeah, that's really expensive. I've done a lot of lumber buying, so that makes sense. I can promote them, though. Just can't do anything with them this turn. Tell you what, well, we still have orders. Let's use them to weaken this chariot. See, part of me still wants to train. Part of me still wants to get more units ready, or more orders ready. It would take, it looks like, 4 orders to be able to bring this unit here and attack this chariot. Although I think my units can probably hold their own against that chariot without dying, unless there are more Carthaginian units, which we'll have to find out the hard way. Yeah, you guys have all already attacked. Okay. So, not a lot more. Yeah, we'll skip your turn. I guess I can move you a little bit closer to the front. That's one thing I could do. Let's move you across the river. Next unit. Yeah, we're out of orders. Choose production in Brundisium. What can we do? Walls. Definitely walls. Just because the Numidians are being annoying, and I want to make sure I have defenses on that side. So, we are about 26 minutes into this episode. I'm going to stop this one here. In the next one, we're going to continue this war against Carthage. We will eventually look at the bottom of the tech tree, but I would like to do that after we have finished our current conflict situation. How long that takes, I'm not exactly sure. And since we're at the end of the 15th episode, I also want to note that I will probably end this series at 20. Not because I don't want to keep going, but because this has been a very first look at this game. I haven't had the opportunity to play Old World too much off of recording, and I can learn a lot more effectively when I'm just messing around playing on my own, as opposed to when I'm recording and trying to work my through explaining what I'm seeing at the same time as playing. I would love to be able to learn and play effectively 100% at the same time, but it's just not possible. So I will be at least putting this series on pause. But the reason I say ending the series is that the game is likely to be updated enough such that the next series I want to do in Old World, I would want to be perhaps in the next version of the game to come out after the next patch, and maybe as a different empire, but also just I want to play from the beginning with more of an understanding of the mechanics that I've learned about in this playthrough so far and in my offline play to come. So that is currently the plan for future Old World content on the channel. I definitely look forward to continuing to support this game in general, and you can look forward to more series on the channel in the future because this fits right into my channel's niche. Like the very first game that I ever played on the channel was Total War Rome 2, and it was called Roman Ascension, and it was all about the establishment of the Roman Empire. So classical history, and of course the Old World mythos is, well, it's not mythos, it's historical, but it's based around the Mediterranean nations, at least to start. They might add more nations in the future. I have that straight from Layla. That was something that she commented on in a recent stream, that's something they're at least interested in thinking about. Whether or not they do it is another question entirely. Whether or not they go a different direction is totally up to them. We are, of course, still in the early stages here of development of the game. But this just fits so well into the kind of games that I enjoy covering on the channel and the histories and the stories that I like telling. So I would like to be able to start a new history and story with a little bit more of a grasp of what's going on. And I think after we play through another few episodes of this, we'll step away and continue to get familiar with the title with some new series in the future. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time.